over, and seems like the guys do like playing for him.
Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, sorry I'm late to the party. Technical issues. I'm here now. Oilers. My all. Nothing up this draw.
Watered-down version of what they hope will be a contender pretty soon. 3-on-2 breakout.
I am downstairs in my basement. It's been a minute since you've seen me down here. Yes, I still have last night's goodies up on the board. It's been a minute, folks. It's been a minute.
Eventually fought and forced back the other way.
I'm going to be delayed a little bit from live TV, obviously, because I'm watching on my cell phone. Hopefully not too delayed.
And 2 run that has Edmonton on the cusp of first place in the Pacific. A win today will do it.
He's up pretty much all night last night with a very bad tooth.
Here's Kirby Doc. He'll wind it around.
Hopefully next week I'm going to get it removed.
It was a lengthy review against the Islanders yesterday, but it held up. Here's a shot off the backboards.
Nobody's ready for this shite. You're right. No, not feeling better, but I'm here for y'all.
Early in the third period yesterday.
Some abscess too.
Lots
of warm water.
Escapes the zone. CC waits for his team to get back onside before flipping it in.
CC
3.5 scoreless at the Bell Center in Montreal, where Edmonton has won 3 in a row. And a gaudy 11-2-2 in their last 15. Hoffman a shot
saved by Skinner.
Midsection and ultimately glove of Skinner.
All right.
This period brought to you by James H. Brown and Associates, Alberta's precedent-setting injury lawyers. Get the settlement you deserve. JamesHBrown.com.
Well, one of the things this Montreal Canadiens team is going to do is funnel pucks to the net with bodies around. This is
because my case is too big for my holder.
Well, something you have to be aware of at the Bell Center, and so Stuart Skinner gets a pad on that left pad to deflect it back below the goal line. There's another one.
They play a lot on Super Bowl Sundays.
Just signed a contract extension, as you know, Louis.
Yeah.
Forcing that toward the net, gathered by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. He'll break through the middle and dish off to Janmark back in front. That was picked off by Harris, who read it. Chipped it off the stick of Hyman, and Montreal another developing 3-on-2. Centering pass deflected away from Nick Suzuki. RV Pinard.
He knows his audience.
Number
Yeah,
49 jumping up for Montreal.
I don't think most NHL players care about Super Bowl Sunday.
Icing
unless they're
against
American.
Edmonton, and Hyman's not happy with that call.
Yeah, a little bit of a drive for Jay Woodcroft this morning. He talked about his team has to check in this game versus the Montreal Canadiens. And it's about taking care of business on the own bench. So come into this game, make sure you have your hard hat on and go to work against the Montreal team that you've already seen early in this game. They're going to possess a puck in the offensive zone. They're not going to give it away. They're going to try and make plays, and they're good around the net. And so you have to be very aware of that. Edmonton early on here has turned the puck over a couple times, allowing Montreal to transition back into the zone. Haven't registered a shot on net. Taking a little time to dig into this one.
Edmonton beat Montreal, as we talked about, 5-3 on December the 3rd. On that night, Connor McDavid, 2 goals, 4 points. Draisaitl, a goal and 3 assists. And the Oilers weathered a comeback from Montreal. They're up 3-1. Canadiens tied it. Edmonton got the victory, and then shortly thereafter, Montreal's season started to teeter. They had just 1 win in 11 games. They've been struggling ever since. A shot blistered up over top by Christian Dvorak. Did get the win over the Islanders, and now McDavid has taken a penalty here.
McDavid's taking a penalty. Oh.
Hammered that puck into the corner.
Hey, Tyson, how's it going? Sorry, I had my back to you. Remember you? Yes, I do. How's it going, man?
2-minute minor. Hooking.
2 minutes for hooking for Connor McDavid.
Montreal in the offensive zone, holding on to pucks.
And so it begins.
For McDavid, it's just this little lift right here as he that tap by the hands, a quick little tap.
Really, that's a penalty. All right, well,
it's in between the hands.
if that's what they're calling penalties, let's keep it consistent.
Along the lower hand of Drouin, and that's why the penalty was called. Connor didn't like it too much. Nonetheless, first power play goes to the Canadiens.
CC off the draw, able to wire it down the ice. Edmonton's penalty killers have actually outscored their opposition over the last 11 games. Just 3 power play goals against and 4 shorthanded goals, including 2 in the 6-3 win over Ottawa yesterday. Nick Suzuki flies in left side. Hoffman drops it off
Yes,
for Kirby
they
Dach.
win this game in first place until Vegas plays tonight. And if Vegas loses, first is ours. 14:32 left in the first period, a minute 22 left on the power play.
12 goals on the year. Chips it back. Not
Yes,
enough.
Smokey's been good.
Dropped off, and Skinner a save on a rocket from Mike Hoffman, who can really shoot it.
Always been a good shooter.
You know why Kyle did that?
You're right,
You know why Kyle did that? He didn't like the Oilers. He was a Flames fan growing up, wasn't he? Wasn't he, BW?
With the shoulder. Nice little chop pass to get it into that lane, allow Hoffman to tee it up. From Matheson at the blue line, he's getting pressure.
We all know the truth.
Allows Hoffman a good chance, and Stuart Skinner reads it all the way.
He's a guy that
I don't like those
teams would
Oilers.
have their eyes on. 6 years in a row, at least 20 goals.
Hey, Matt,
One of
welcome
those
back.
36
Hopefully I'm here the whole
explosion
stream.
for them.
No, I should be. I'm
One of the few
downstairs.
players in the league that can still score from distance on a regular basis.
My wife is upstairs with the baby girl. Life is good. Shot saved by Skinner. 4-0 on these shots for the Montreal Canadiens.
And that's what kept him calm in net. He made it look routine.
Now you're right on. Good focus for Stuart Skinner early on here as Montreal's pushed here. 4 shots on net. They've had a couple right in that.
You want me to do a
zone
poll?
there.
I
A
can do a
glove hand
poll.
attempted pick here.
I'll get you.
As Dvorak walks in, picks his spot, and Stuart Skinner made it look fairly easy and poised with that glove hand save being in the right position.
Wide open.
Next commercial break, I'll do a poll.
Didn't commit
Ah,
either way.
what a
Jack got
photo.
over to Dodonov.
Tough
Pursued
one.
by Kane, Ryan Kulak, and Desharnais out there. Inside.
What a
Dvorak.
pass.
Here's Duran, a shot, save.
Saved by Skinner and a breakup. Come on, Kane. Up to Derek Ryan. Derek Ryan's shot on that first shot by the Oilers. Shots are and out of play. 21-27 and 4. It's a record for the Canadiens. It's a very good record.
Jake Allen hoping to get some run support today. Montreal 29th in offense, and part of that is it's league worst power play, Louis.
And you saw it there. They had a
Worst
couple
power
chances, but they
play.
were from distance, not right
Vegas
from the
does not have
inside.
666.
That last
Sorry,
one
my
right
guy.
there, a little fake. He almost fumbled the puck and then threw it back across his body. Handcuffed Stuart Skinner a little bit on that one.
All
But
right.
yeah, that has been a big part of their lack of offense throughout this season has been the power play play. But again, back to the 10 guys that are out with injuries or some key personnel
Yeah,
there. that
these
certainly
early
help.
games are ridiculous, man.
Gallagher, in addition to Caulfield offensively.
Yeah.
Here's Kirby Dach.
Imagine if this was at home. Man.
Man. Skinner protects the short side against Suzuki. Now Savard pitching in against Janmark. Kept alive, Kirby Dach. Around the boards, Edmonton has returned to full strength. McDavid back on. Jack Guy, who scored in that first game, had it popped off the stick. Savard with a turnover, and now Janmark will wait for McDavid to tag back onside and give it to him. The league's leading scorer with 9
We haven't had to.
points coming in.
You
A
went the
3-4 outing
football
in the
route.
win over Ottawa.
All right,
And
all
clear
right.
for Montreal, Tyson Barrie, a reset for Edmonton.
Let's go, Eagles.
David
I
drops
do
for
not want the
Draisaitl.
Chiefs to win. I do not think they are a good
Joins
team.
them. Coming off the penalty kill, Jay Woodcroft loves to go
I
to this
think the
threesome.
refs knew what they were doing after the Eagles
Hyman
got
a goal and
into the
assist
Super Bowl
yesterday.
themselves.
Draisaitl had 8 shots
Either
on
way,
net
it's gonna be a good
after
game.
having none
It is
from
going to be a
prior 2
really good
games.
game tonight.
Barrie will send it off the boards back in the Montreal zone where Kovacevic takes over.
It's
Under
gonna be a good
duress from
game.
Draisaitl scampers away.
I think
and
the
hits a
Eagles are
man.
gonna
It's a
win
shot for Harris,
by
a
3.
save for Stuart Skinner.
So nobody wins.
Pozzetta
if you're betting
gets
in
right
Canada.
into the grill of Ryan McLeod. A fierce battle ensues for puck possession. Slides in front. Skinner couldn't get on top of it. It's still loose. Pozzetta battling. A shot is goal.
What the fuck is that?
His first in the National Hockey League.
Seriously, what the fuck?
In the minors.
Yes, I've been to Walmart a few
This is a
times.
byproduct of the start for Edmonton here. They've turned this puck over a few times already, too many. Good job by Pozzetta on the forecheck just to get in there, disrupt.
Cover it
puck is
up.
shoved into Stuart Skinner, and I think just expecting to freeze it, but because of the pressure, this puck does not get frozen, and as a result, the play stays in Belzile. just zips this puck towards the net after it's recovered, turn, snipe. Stuart Skinner kind of stood there.
No goal interference. We don't get those calls.
That one.
What's he feeling, Louis? 31 years of age.
Unbelievable
First
feeling.
goal.
Incredible. And look at this. Look at him on the bench. I mean, this has been a long time coming. You love to
Wake
see
the
these
fuck up,
stories.
Oilers.
Undrafted player. You grind your work in multiple
Being
leagues
outshot
to get your
8-0 right
opportunity.
now.
Has played parts of 4 seasons with Montreal, up and down.
I'm
getting
at
chances.
11:31.
One in the back of the net. Just
8-0 are the shots for the Montreal Canadiens. 1-0 to score.
Spent 5 years
I'm a
in
bit
the
behind, I know.
ECHL, Louis.
Yeah, I mean,
Taking down
that's
here.
a journey.
But mornings are not good with my
Armia
child.
crossing, waiting. Armia one-timer to yield at 9.
Almost 2-0 if I'm here
Won a
connected.
championship with the now defunct Alaska Aces in the ECHL, based out of Anchorage, Alaska. That was way back in 2014. Now 9 years later, he scores his first National Hockey League goal, Pozzetta, with the helper. Sent in. Kane forechecking against David Savard. And Edmonton once again spots
Almost
an opponent on the road, an early goal.
CD breakfast.
Haven't got a shot on net yet.
Detroit and Philly did the same against the Oilers, and now a turnover.
Turnover by the Oilers.
Hoffman couldn't advance that
Man,
puck
we are
towards
just
Skinner.
not playing like we
Handed
did
off to
yesterday.
Broberg. Ahead, Fogle makes sure of his own exit back to center.
We need some momentum.
The shots are 8-0, as Louis talked about. Oilers nary
Penalty coming up against Montreal. The refs are bad today. They're calling everything.
Draws an interference.
Holy crap, I wouldn't call that a penalty, but hey, they're calling everything, man. Don't sneeze on a player, you might get a penalty.
Montreal number 72.
You're right.
2-minute minor for interference.
The world moving so quickly, it seems like things are constantly changing. What if you could just freeze? That's exactly what Ford is doing for you. Now when you custom order your 2023 Ford, your incentive is locked in. And if it's better when you take delivery, you can choose that instead. It's that simple. You build your Ford the way you want, with a little extra peace of mind. Lock in your incentive today. Start your journey at your local Ford store or Ford.ca.
Hey, boss, I'll get you out. Here, Red Bull. It gives you wings.
It gives you wings, man.
Wings? Very funny.
It's bad to start. Definitely a bad
Real
start
life
on the
calls
road.
for real savings. Like PC Optimum points you can redeem for free stuff.
We can only get better from here.
Price matching?
Get ourselves a power play goal. We're back in it.
Or club size.
Team doesn't want to get first in the Pacific Division. They're fine facing
Check out
either
all the
Seattle
ways
or
you can
LA.
save for real at superstore.ca or visit us in store.
Arbor Jacka is going to head to the penalty box here for hooking on Warren Fogle. Does a nice job to fight through the check. Little interference right there on Jacka. But Montreal with a nice start here in this game. An afternoon affair for both of these teams in succession. But right from the get-go, they put puck to the net, have had a presence around Stuart Skinner and tested him early in. It was Belzile that finally spins and scores the first goal of this game, his first in the National Hockey League. And Edmonton without a shot, Jack. We'll get an opportunity here on the power play to tie this game.
Nice ovation a moment ago from the 21,105 for Brent Kulak on the Edmonton bench. Of course, was on the Stanley Cup finalist Canadiens from 2021. They were beaten by Tampa, of course, off the draw, wide open, Draisaitl back to what a save, Jake Allen. Rebound swept in front, McDavid loading
So
up.
Allen's going to have his Vezina winning game today.
Montreal Pelicans struggling
moly.
mightily as well this year,
What a
30th in
save.
the league. McDavid, Nugent-Hopkins shot block. Over to McDavid, a little bit wide of the target. He's able to regain, and now it's Draisaitl. Canadians have allowed 11
What goal should we do there,
power play
Tyson?
goals in their
You
last
tell us
8.
what goal we do
McDavid
to do it.
centers him. Hyman was low bridged and tumbled to the ice. 5-on-4 remains in
Trip there in front.
McDavid. Nugent-Hopkins centering pass. Another save made by Jake Allen. Controlled. Matheson did not get it out. Draisaitl half fanned on it, but Barry kept it alive.
Yeah, my
Nugent-Hopkins
wife and kids
gliding,
were
centering inside to
upstairs.
Draisaitl, couldn't find it. And the Canadians will carry it out.
Again, Jake Allen might have his Vezina winning game today, and of course it's
Suzuki
against the
walks in.
Oilers.
Jake Allen tested right off the opening faceoff on
They're
that power
upstairs. I'm
play.
down here.
Able to keep it 1-0 Montreal.
Let's
Drives
go.
up to McDavid down the slot, lost the handle. Armia swung it over, waiting and shooting it down.
43
the ice.
seconds
No
left in the
problem.
power
It's
play.
Christian
8:55 left in the first
Skinner
period.
sends it over to
Slow
Bouchard. Second
start
unit
so
comes on.
far.
With 35 seconds left in the minor to Jack Guy. Nurse rifles one. Oh, punishing hit laid on Warren Fogle. He'll pop
Fogel's
right back
nowhere
up.
near the
Fogle
puck,
couldn't go yesterday in Ottawa. Blocked a shot against Philadelphia. Able to get back in the lineup today. No clean Costin, who got banged up against the Senators. A drive by Bouchard, a save made by Jake Allen. We're told, however, that Costin's injury not long term. At least that's the early report. Vogel carries it in right hand side. Bouchard steps up. Dishes off of Vander Kane. Bouchard rifles one wide, and the rebound sent off the boards. And back
Let's
to
just get out of the period
We're able to
tied
hold
or
on.
down one. Honestly, the way these guys are playing right
A
now.
couple good chances though created, and for Edmonton, they're hoping that kind of stimulates a little bit.
Yeah,
of
but they're not disclosing what it is yet. They're not disclosing how long it is.
But another good, hard, low shot. I think Pugliarvi maybe wanted
T's
another
and P's
6
to that
inches
goalie,
of
man.
airtime.
You never want to see
Moving in
that.
the head. A drive from distance, easily guided.
That's
to the
why I've
corner
always
by
said,
Skinner.
why are we hitting players
Picked up
towards
by
our
Dylan
goalies?
Holloway.
Like,
They'll race to the red and dump it in. Ryan in on the forecheck. Savard blasted, centering pass. Ryan stick lifted, hammered high and wide by Desharnais.
Desharnais, that
This
would
may
have
be
been
a
great for
little
you to hit the net on that one,
with
guy.
40 visitors in the stands.
He crushed that one.
Yeah, I don't know what the time was on that shot. I'm guessing 130 miles an hour.
The big man leaned into that
Nice
one.
try to keep that in, though.
Looked in towards center.
Yeah, very excited.
There
to
are
be
some
back in
fans
Montreal
out there
to play in front of his family and friends for
saying
the first time in the National Hockey League.
Hyman fell on him on
He's
purpose.
going to have a little
Could
extra
have
momentum in this game
went
for
another
him.
direction.
He's done a
but
nice job to
they
settle
obviously
in my
don't
opinion,
understand
considering that
physics and
you've
how
got over
momentum
40
works.
people here to watch him.
A steal by Dadonov. He'll walk in.
Yeah, he's
Center, driving toward the net.
done,
Away.
man. It's sad, but his mental health is more important than
Harris behind the net for Kirby Knox, centering pass.
anything else. So.
That was swatted to the quarter.
And I feel for him.
Racing over to collect is Mike Hoffman. He'll curl it for Doc. Dadonov will provide the requisite support. And now Doc protecting.
Yeah.
Jordan Harris floated one down low. Nugent-Hopkins booted it
No, I know
away
it's
from
on. It's all mental,
Strike
right?
ahead
And
to
he
center.
needs
Trying
the
to catch Hyman, and that was
marijuana,
years
for
ago.
lack of better.
Sports Illustrated, George
Be
Jordan
mentally
Clifton
healthy.
made up a story, fooled everyone. It was an April 1 issue of Sports
I
Illustrated. He
understand
talked
it.
about this Mets pitcher, Sid Finch, with
I
a
don't-
168 mile an hour fastball. Everyone
That
bid
is-
on it.
I
That's
see a lot
what
of people in my life
Desharnais
that do,
slap
and it
shot
is-
looked like.
It's for their mental
Here's
sanity.
King.
Bad
Cross
pass.
ice,
Grosvenor
Rover.
keeps the puck in.
Whipped
We're at
around
6
the
minutes
boards. Draisaitl
left
lets
in
it
the
scoot through.
first period.
Then kicked it back for Cody Ceci. Open as Broberg. Shot. And that somehow stayed out. Deflected off Justin Barron, who clears.
He's getting unlucky right now. 10-4 the shot.
Josh
5.5
Anderson in hot
left in the
pursuit.
first period.
Oilers down a goal. 5.5 to go in the first. Suzuki a steal on Draisaitl. Carries it in. Harvey Pinard gives way to Anderson. He's open. He backhands it off the leather and Skinner. Rebound, and that was
Fucking sloppy hockey, boys. Let's go.
Trying to clock the outside of the post. Here's
No.
Draisaitl,
He's a good
stood
guy.
up by Matheson.
I'm not speculating on anything. He said himself that it's because
Neutral zone.
the league doesn't
Aired back the other way.
recognize.
Oh, what a feed from Holloway.
Fucking Jack Allen.
Denied by Allen. Holloway, some kind of look there. Pugliarvi shot blocked. Action at both
There's no
ends.
speculation
That was a
here,
great little give
it's
and go.
because he
Beautiful
smokes
little drop
weed.
pass. Holloway
And the
to
NHL
McDavid
says
with
that's
speed. The beauty
substance
saved
abuse.
by Allen. On the far side, looking for that shot over the pad under the blocker, and he makes that save in tight.
Yeah, no, it's not speculation at all. It's because he smokes weed.
Duran, a shot
And the
taken
NHL
by
does not see
Jack
weed
Guy.
as
That
a
ended
viable
up
drug.
over top, off the plexi and cleared. Pugliarvi helps usher it
That
back to the
falls under
Montreal
their
line, and Duran
substance
gives way.
abuse policy.
Jack Guy will settle as we approach
stupid.
4 minutes to go in this
If
first
the guy
period.
needs to
Edmonton
smoke it
has
to
certainly
get
found its footing.
relaxed and
But
better
Allen, a
himself.
couple of tremendous saves on McDavid.
It's not like he's out there drinking and driving.
Able to flash out the right pad.
Or abusing children or wives. He's such a great guy, and it sucks that's how his story ends in the NHL.
He's got 7 goals in his last dozen games. Mazzetta. Soft chip. And now Ullinen.
11-6 shots for Montreal. 3:50 left in the first
Set up the
period.
left-hand
Offside,
side and then escape
Montreal.
the zone, so it'll be an offside whistled against Montreal and Kovacevic. 1-0 for the Canadiens. All kinds
Very
of chances.
insightful
Jake
stuff.
Allen scrambling to keep his team in front. Skinner the same at the other end.
Scrambling to keep his team in front. Yeah, Skinner. Rusty on that first one. What up? Living life, living the dream, trying not to talk too much, trying not to talk too little. Not a fan of the morning games, but hey, I'm up. Might as well do something with my life.
And if it's better when you take delivery, you can choose that instead.
As my daughter likes to say, the sun is awake, so I'm awake.
Start your journey
Yes, unfortunately, the sun is awake
Add a little something special
after
today.
you're awake.
Tim's espresso beverages.
Oh my god, that's so awesome.
I haven't tasted my cappuccino yet, and this is actually kind of my first taste. Oh wow.
Hopefully, everybody's having a good Sunday.
Myself every single day.
They'll be able
Just the way you like it. To make your day a
to
little more
enjoy
special.
the festivities. Oilers win, Vegas loses.
Espresso beverage
Good
will let you
football
listen till
game.
February 12th.
Ooh, speaking of good football games, I got pizza pop stuff, like mini pizza rolls in the oven. Not in the oven, but I'm going to put them in the oven at lunch. Craving the snacky day today, even though my tooth is killing. Right? Like just the wild stuff that he talks about, and just it brings insight to everybody has such a different journey on this world. And you couldn't tell just by looking at them, right? Like just by looking at people, you couldn't tell the journeys they go through. Mahomes and chicken wings. Mahomes is a chicken wing. Luke Gazdick, really great guy there.
That Donovan wasn't able to make now a Super Bowl.
Yeah, 24-21 loss to the Patriots, who that Super Bowl won their third title in 4 years. Waited another 10 years, then won 3 more in the 5-year span. So,
Yeah,
Donovan
really good
McNabb
analyst. I was
on
shocked
the
by how
long list of guys who
well-spoken he
came
is.
up short to the GOAT,
Come on,
Tom
boys.
Brady. Dadonov with a turnover. Leon Draisaitl smacks it off the boards for Matthias Janmark. 3.5 to go. Hits Broberg. A shot save rebound. Nugent-Hopkins denied as well by Allen. We got a penalty coming against the Canadiens.
Okay, penalty coming against Canadians. Let's go. Let's score on this
6
power
on
play or
5
score
here.
now.
Broberg calling
Give
for
it
that
to him.
puck.
Give it to Broberg.
Draisaitl keeps it on his stick instead. Gives it to McDavid.
I want to see Broberg score a
Broberg
goal.
hits
Like,
right to the front of the
he's
net.
working so hard defensively.
McDavid. Draisaitl
Sees Broberg.
snapped it off a heel. The Canadiens able to establish long enough. Now it's a power play.
Yeah.
Don't just dream of it, train for it. See how fans live, train, and renew in our new St. Albert Nordic-inspired show home. Visit the new Coventry Homes Fan
Yeah,
Cave
if you've
today.
got a couple $1 million, you can buy that home
Edmonton
too.
starting to pick up the pace here. Great movement up the ice. Interference right there in the neutral
yeah,
zone
you
is
can't
the
do that.
call, and it's Broberg who finds himself wide open after that collision. Both Canadians go down. Has a great shot. Rebound goes
Hopkins
right to
just puts it
Nugent-Hopkins, and Allen
Congratulations
fends away.
to Jack
And
Hyman.
a smart
though.
play after that by
2,300 on his
Grover.
career.
Knowing that Draisaitl had the puck,
year.
knowing there's no damage that can be done
He's an Oiler.
against you with the extra attacker on the ice, he just goes right to the front of the net. Allows
Oh,
Draisaitl
Hoffman.
to kind of quarterback from the blue line as the
Hundo.
officials having a discussion here. there were 2 Canadians that were in the mix on that collision.
Shots are
Hoffman
starting to
right
heat
now
up
is in
now.
the penalty
12-8
box
for
for the
Montreal.
Canadiens.
1-0 still the score.
And I think they're
3
going to switch
minutes
it up
left
for
to
the
play
other
in the
guy that was
first
in that
period.
collision.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, what a joke. Guy's mad that he gets cross-checked from behind into another player. Like, let's be honest, Crosby's had concussion issues.
I think it's just a matter of numbers.
Better
68,
late than never.
63 to
Oh,
Donald.
it's all good. I'm glad you're here.
Who goes off,
Crosby's had concussion issues.
and they've got it squared away.
You can see how they mixed up those
He's
numbers.
protecting himself.
It makes total sense.
Because had he not gotten up or been taken off on stretcher because of his neck or head, this conversation
Ulinen, by the way, got an assist there. I know you played with his dad.
Crosby gets suspended. It's
Yuha,
NHL refs are garbage.
Was on the Finnish Olympic team that won bronze in '98.
League needs to change.
Bury a shot, tipped wide.
Power play for the
able to
Oilers,
collect.
second one of the
Edmonton,
game.
a second opportunity on the power play to tie the game. Hyman cut off. This is the #1 power play unit in the league against the third worst
know it by the way
penalty
they had
killing
the
unit,
last
but the
power
Canadiens
play.
are able to drill it down the ice. 2.5 to go in the frame. Minute 30 on the penalty to Dodonov. McDavid weaving his way in. He and Draisaitl combined for 33 power play goals. McDavid with a turnover, and the Canadiens a length of the ice clear.
Fucking
Jesus. Want
Jesus.
to just settle back in.
No,
Very
Yamamoto
passive
is
penalty
not
kill
in
against the
today.
top
He
unit of
won't be in
Edmonton.
until Wednesday.
And it's worked so far.
So
It
Monday,
allowed them to pick off a couple passes. That little attempt there gets knocked down and then down the ice.
McDavid dishing off to Nugent-Hopkins. Stripped by Kovacevic. Nowhere to move it. Now he finds Armia, who can skate it out if he so chooses, and he does, before spinning one all the way down for Tyson Barrie to backtrack. First unit stays on. Draisaitl fields an outlet. Oh, and he was taken out hard by Harris. The puck squirts free, but kept alive by Bouchard, who sprinted over and kept it inside the zone. Big play by Bouchard, and now McDavid dialing it up, heading for the net. Played
I might
well
just
by
put my
Kovacevic,
headphones into it so
covered
that
by
I can
Nugent-Hopkins.
hear the
McDavid
game.
again. Nugent-Hopkins, one-timer.
Oh, Draisaitl 8 feet wide and out of the zone. This is such a bad.
All the way down the ice, and that'll do it for the first unit. 15 seconds to go on the man advantage. Nurse quarterbacking.
No,
McLeod and Kane to his left.
I don't want to.
Kick to the corner by Allen. Evander Kane across. Vogel swinging a miss. Fell down, could not make.
This is not the best power play in the league. It can't be. These guys are just not clicking. Oh, like I said, if we're down by one after one, I'm fine with it.
1-0 game for the Canadiens. Belzile, his first in the National Hockey League.
All because Skinner was sloppy with the puck. Like, the defense shot it at him, but that was kind of an easy cover-up for me.
Made a nice play actually to poke it away from Dodonov, and then poised as can be, Skinner sent it into the corner. Daka steal a one-timer, and that's speared by Skinner against Hoffman.
PlayAlberta.ca is your one-stop shop.
Like, that just throws rust on Skinner's part. Like, does he need to play every other game to be on game?
Another good play here by Kirby Dach, who comes up with this puck up against 2 Oilers in the corner.
The Oilers are saying it's day to day.
For that one time, who's had a couple real good looks in this game. Another good save by Stuart Skinner right after the power play had expired.
Off the draw, Jourdan's circle.
I know it's a platoon, but for Skinner to be good, does he need to play every day?
Jack-eye blocked.
Every
Only
game?
played
Like,
29 games, but still hard to believe. Turns and fires, and that was
wow, bad
redirected
camera
into
work.
pads of Skinner by a
So
lurking
I don't
Mike
think Kaufman's
Hoffman.
going on
11
LTIR. I
seconds
don't
to
think
go
the
in
injury's
the
that
frame.
bad.
Good period turned in by Montreal.
A lot of traffic in front of Stuart Skinner, and the most important thing for him is just take care of your own self and make sure you're looking to make the saves. When you start getting distracted and watching where people are and worried about what people are doing in front of you, you can get distracted a little bit. He's been dialed right in for that in those traffic situations to make sure that he's making
9 seconds left in the first period, and
he's had to react.
that's the first, man.
McLeod wins the faceoff.
That's a sloppy first. Hey, Nate, welcome back. That's a first period to forget, guys. Nothing really good to talk about there. Power play went 0 for 2. Well, let's hope the second period is better. Skinner gave up one that he probably shouldn't have, but hey, we still got lots of game left. I'm going to go upstairs to get myself some breakfast. Chemo Man, welcome, my guy. Hey. Excuse me. In the boldest of bold that I can do. No. It won't fit. No. I need new markers, apparently. I'll do it really small so you guys can barely see. Can y'all see that? Maybe not. Nah. Be right. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Bum, 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 bum. Ooh. Sit tout pour sit. Oh, your rapid fire. No, I need it right now. What are you doing? Getting something for you. Yes, for you. Actually, you know what? You want to do? You can watch it.
I don't know.
Boy. And I'm back like a bad habit. What did I miss, y'all? Jeez. I'm going to end that poll now. Let's see. Who scores next? Oh, excuse me. Who gets the next one, boys? Pretty simple. You're complaining. What are you complaining about? Life's good, my guy. Yeah. Oilers as a whole did not play very well that period. Hopefully that's the period that they get out of their system. Wow, hot. Did they make any hits? Well, let's go see. Oilers apparently had 3 hits. Montreal had 4. I think that's a little off. We're dominating the faceoff dot 79-21. 79%. It came down to one sloppy play by 3 defensemen on the ice and a goalie that just couldn't handle the puck. That's all it was. It was one play. But one play in one period is a deciding factor in a lot of games. Well, there's a better second period. They just need to get one. I don't think Mahomes gets his second ring today, Maddie. Not unless he faked the leg injury, because I think the Philadelphia as a whole has a better team. The Leafs got whooped by Columbus last night, man. I actually went and bought a Costin jersey. It should be arriving within the next couple of days. When I get it, my wife will be mad. Philly has good defense, that's for sure. Chase, I'm going to be honest with you. Philly has good defense, and the inability of a ref to call a penalty changed the outcome of that game. Butterfly effect. Honestly, that's what it comes down to, butterfly effect. I don't like it, but it's true. Oilers get one power play that game. Maybe they score on it, but they actually have momentum, and momentum's a dangerous thing for this team. And we are underway in period number 2.
I mean, it's been a delight to get to know the kid.
Great personality.
Yeah, he is a lot of fun.
Infectious personality, I'll tell you that. He always has a smile on his face. And, he comes to the rink to work every single day. And you hear, if your coach isn't rooting for you, he doesn't believe you're going to get there, you shouldn't be working with that coach. But he's put the work in, no question about it. Here's some of the work in the last couple of games and why he's been so valuable to this.
There's 2 rumors that I've heard in the last 24 hours.
Big attack, settles things down, stops the cycle. And tonight, again, just
I don't think either one of them is untrue.
You pay the price to be in front. There's that cannon that he took. A little bit extra on that one. You said it was what, 130 miles an hour?
Something like that. Unofficially on the check.
Bogarts is leaving Edmonton with Fogle and Pugliarvi and a first-round pick to Chicago for Patrick Kane. Chicago retaining his 50% salary. We get Kane at a pretty good clip. We get rid of Fogle. We get rid of Pugliarvi.
In 97 years.
Real 31 years of age. But again, just a remarkable story. I credit that guy a lot too. That was an undrafted player, Martin St. Louis. So we understand.
The other one I've heard is the same 2 players and the same first-round pick.
And I think that's why
for Chikrin.
He's been in every facet of the game, had to grind himself in to be a National Hockey League player and grind himself.
I hate rumors too. It's just need something to talk about when the Oilers aren't winning.
Do you have a scouting report on Herb?
And there's really nothing going on.
He's the last guy older than Belzile.
We are.
Uniform to get his first goal.
We are the Leafs, man. We're the Leafs of the West.
26, he was 35.
Incredible. Well, congratulations. Remember that for the
rest of the time. That's what I'm saying, man.
Canadians hoping it comes in a winning effort as they look for back-to-back wins. Armia stretch past Dvorak. Play by Kulak.
Holy crap, I like it. Keep it like this. Sportsnet, keep it like this. I want to see the benches.
And I think that's why there wasn't a call. The fans here at the Bell Center won on
keep it like that. I like seeing that the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Do that all the time. And then as a
That's why I miss NHL Network up in Canada. You can see the ISO cams and just watch the rink cam.
Carried forth by Josh Anderson. They'll chip and charge right around.
Man, oatmeal in the morning is so good.
Suzuki swatted it toward the net, fielded flawlessly by
2 minutes into the second period, still same score, 14-8 for the Montreal Canadiens.
Edmonton's hometown event.
1-0.
You've got places to go. They are ready to roll. Choose Yellow Cab.
Jack, we always talk about injuries create opportunities, and a guy like Belzile
exactly.
His first national
those are my 2 untouchables as well, Holloway and Broberg. Pick any other prospect you want. Those 2 are no's.
In that period of time for the Montreal Canadiens. I mean, that's just so hard to overcome and has been
We
a
all
big
have
part of the
opinions.
struggles they've had. Especially with
Mine
young
is better
players
because
out,
I'm
but
louder.
You are getting
No,
an
I'm
opportunity to
I'm
see some young
joking.
players, some guys that may not
Opinions
get
are like
that
assholes.
otherwise.
We all got one.
For those players that do
I just
come
want to
up,
hear
it's
yours
about
all the time.
grasping that opportunity. When you get your chance, it doesn't matter how you get it. Make good on it.
And again, I'm not going to pretend to know the Montreal room, but from an outside perspective, it seems like Marty St. Louis has this club playing hard for the most part and engaged, despite the fact they're not going to the postseason this year. This has been an inspired effort to this point for Montreal.
Play the right way.
What did Bieksa say last
Anderson
night when the
inside
Maple
to
Leafs
Nick
got
Suzuki.
beat by Columbus?
And he deserves some
These
credit.
games don't matter
Suzuki,
against
the
these
captain of
teams.
the Montreal Canadiens.
You're not going to be playing
Down
these
to the point,
teams
shot Kovacevic, save made by Skinner. Anderson
in March or
looking
April.
to dish off, and he had
So
Skinner
it doesn't
down
matter
and
if you
out.
lose
Maybe
every
if he
single game
lifts it
against a bottom
over
feeder
his
team.
prostrate form,
It
did
doesn't
not
matter.
happen, and then Kovacevic with a bobble. And the Canadiens must regroup. But
Yeah, they're
as
calling
we
about
talked
him. They're not
with
going to get
respect
him.
to Detroit and Philadelphia, Montreal, not the kind of attack that Edmonton possesses. So it's still just a 1-0 game. Dodonov.
But they got to get going here in this game. Again, the start of this period, similar to the first period. Montreal's had their way in the offensive zone.
Rumors are like assholes. Yeah, everybody's got a rumor trade going on. Yeah.
Suzuki gets tangled up with Darnell Nurse there. But creating chances.
Centering pass to Dodonov, and that was broken up by Kane. Oilers went almost.
I'll
10
believe it when I
minutes to
see the
start
team when the
without a
trade
shot on
actually
net.
happened.
Here's Kovacevic. His shot was blocked. They don't have one yet here in the second period. And the Canadiens maintain. Doc to Dodonov. More of what you're talking about, Louis. Montreal's just.
Hey, Allison. Yes, for sure. Go Oilers.
Perfect word. They're quicker
Hope
and
they
faster than
score
those
one
spots
here.
to get
Get
into
one
the
close.
check
Get one,
quicker.
get it
They're taking
close.
away time and space.
Get
It's
another one
working right now
halfway
for them, and
through the
they've had
period.
Edmonton in this shit for a long
Just
time.
go into the third period, up one.
Feeling it.
Up one or tied.
Dodonov. One-timer sharp bang to score.
Never mind.
You can feel that coming. 2-0 Montreal.
Holy fuck, this team, man.
Harris with his second of the year.
Accumulation of chances, Jacques. And that's what it's been for the Canadiens. They've been buzzing again to start this period. Up 1-0. They're looking for more. They've been funneling pucks towards Stuart Skinner. Now he's down right away. So he's down already in a position and maybe had an ability to get up. But because Doc was right there on the doorstep, he has to respect that this puck might come out to the front. So he stays down on his pads and give Harris credit. He takes this shot recognizing there's a little light.
Fucking play better.
And he buries it from a real sharp angle. That's a shot that is regularly taken now in the National Hockey League, and the Montreal Canadiens now have a 2-0 lead early in the second.
Second of the year, third of his career at 3:54 of the second period. And just felt like
Well, Oilers
that
better
was a
man up
while
here.
coming. Edmonton had chances to get it out, did not, and paid for it dearly. Now Dylan Holloway trying to change the complexion of this one. Leon Draisaitl streaks in. Hit hard by Jacka. Problem is now Montreal's ears are perked. They feel like they can pull off their second straight upset. They've only won consecutive games, back-to-back games, once since November.
No.
And they even managed to win 2 in a row.
As you say, don't live in the past. Don't rest on your laurels. These are games the Oilers should be more like. You're not going to win these games all the time, but be competitive. Right now, you're not even competitive.
Draisaitl to Hyman, waiting, loading, shooting, and a save made by Allen. Matchup.
Like I don't care if you win or lose these games, but at least be competitive. And right now, you're not. You're giving up the front of your net so easy. The defensive zone is back to October, November. Garbage.
He'll scoot to center and make sure of a clear into the opposite corner.
Much better shift by Edmonton. A couple good chances right in tight. Holloway with a nice drive to the net.
Well, I know it's NHL-wide, absolutely. But that's why I say these teams that we don't beat that are below us.
Peter McDougall.
Spinning and turning it over at
usually win these games because
he fights.
We don't play them in
against Dvorak.
March
Montreal
or
wins the
April.
battle, and Yoel Armia.
As long as we beat the playoff teams that we're going to be facing in April, life's good, man. It's just frustrating to watch this type of hockey.
Short side pass to Dvorak. It was there, but it clipped the side of the net. Fogle with a clear for Edmonton. Broberg dumps it in, peels off on the change as Matheson back to collect for Montreal. Armia under duress in the form of Yanmark. Turned over Fogle. Nugent-Hopkins a shot. Blocker save. And Allen watches it trickle to the right of his kneecap, and he's able to pounce.
Well, you know, it's following up a shift after a shift and starting to get that momentum. Down 2-0. Edmonton starting to get sparked here. And the forecheck has been better. Here's that chance. Hyman, backdoor, goes off a skate, but throw it into the mix, get to the blue paint, make it a little difficult, and he's having a conversation.
Draisaitl, shut up.
Didn't
Seriously,
like
just shut
down
up.
low in the zone. Montreal's been very aggressive on the forwards of Edmonton in their zone. Quick chance by
Like, there's
Nugent.
no sense in bitching at the refs. They're not going to change. They're not going to give you the calls.
Control it at first, but is able to gobble it up and get the whistle.
McDavid between Kane
That is my
and McLeod.
one of my top
Able to
pet
keep it in
peeves
off the draw.
is players
Montreal
bark
took
and
up
bitch
the
at the
lead
refs.
against the second goal, and
The only thing that's going to happen is you're going to get 2 minute unsportsmanlike penalty and put your team down by a penalty.
but he was actually holding his checklets.
Yeah, maybe you're right. They came up and clipped them. He just leaned over the board.
Suzuki to Durant, penalty coming, and it will be whistled against the Edmonton Oilers for a hold.
But that's ridiculous. So power play from Montreal.
Edmonton
Okay.
right now, a 2-0 lead, getting production from the back end. And now Cody Ceci takes a holding call. Canadiens up 2-0, looking for more.
Ricky's globally inspired bowls. Central City butter chicken, teriyaki stir fry, and amazing
Oilers
ginger
are more
chicken.
than one or two players.
Come in. We'll make you one.
WA is control. Strength. WA goes hard into the corners. And has your back. Year in and year out.
That's the problem with the NHL is they think that you can win purely on skill. It's not the case anymore.
Nobody does WA like we do. Because at Hyundai,
But
WA is all we do.
it is what it is.
Make WA.
Hopefully the Oilers have a comeback in them. If not, we'll see you
If you've
guys
been
on
injured in an
Wednesday.
accident,
You don't want to worry about legal costs.
we will not charge you fees until we have successfully completed your case.
Get Canada's
That's the
largest
sad
personal
fact
injury
of
firm
it.
on your side.
You have nothing to lose. Call us today for a free consultation.
You'll never beat a zebra.
567-HURT.
One thing my grandpa always said in sports, the officials always win.
Keep it up.
And honestly, the more you bark at an official, the more they're going to give you a penalty.
Twisted Tea fans love the smooth, refreshing taste of Twisted Tea. Made with real brewed tea and just the right kick of lemon flavor. But don't take our word for it. Just ask our fans. Twisted Tea, hard iced tea.
Welcome back. Super Bowl on the way. Super Bowl picks from the Edmonton Oilers, courtesy of our friends at Oilers TV. And that is everybody, staff as well as the players. And, hey, they even threw us media in there. Here's some of the choices by some of the Edmonton Oilers. Leon Draisaitl is going with the Eagles. Evander Kane is thinking Chiefs. Be a very mild upset. Darnell Nurse, of course, we told you about his uncle Donovan McNabb, who once played for the Eagles. The coach is going with the Chiefs. And Connor McDavid, no allegiance to either team. He went local, which I like. He went with the Elks. As for these media guys, who I'm somewhat familiar with, they've made varying choices. But right now, Louis and Jack, these 2 and 3 players
No,
on the
refs are
Oilers
bad,
bench,
but-
more concerned with what's happening in the NHL.
Until we do
before they
something
worry
more about it, until the refs are held accountable, it's not going to change.
Suzuki.
And it's all leagues wide, like NFL, NBA, NHL. Refs are not held accountable.
Second power play for
They
Montreal.
get paid a lot of money to not be held accountable.
Both penalties
Montreal's 0 for 1 on the power play,
Durant.
up 2-0 with 13 minutes left in the second period.
Desharnais, Nurse, Yanmark, and Nugent-Hopkins dialing up.
definitely
a
beating
clear
themselves.
down the right-hand side and out.
I agree with that. The Oilers are beating themselves. There's nothing Montreal is doing that's beating the Oilers. It's just the first goal was bad pass to the goalie. Goalie couldn't recover. And then bad defensive play by Broberg and Nurse, both of them covered the front of the net.
After being belted his last shift, he
But
gets a piece of Fogle, but
let's
Novak
go.
with a clear, chases
One good
Montreal's
game.
Hoffman back. Canadians won the first and won.
You know what?
in the
Neither do the
second.
players. The players don't know how fouls work in the NBA
Harris
either.
From the back end, Matheson scoring.
Just like traveling. How does travel work in the
Yesterday to beat
NBA?
The Islanders in overtime. Now he'll regroup as Montreal's power play dwindled to 45 seconds.
Flurry of production from the back end. They were a league low, only 13 goals from the defensemen of the Canadiens.
Right?
3 in the last 2 games.
He's got some sort of DNA in him that's not human.
Spins it back.
He's a German tank, man. I like it.
Suzuki
12 minutes left in the second period. 2-0 Montreal.
Shot Anderson and a save Skinner. And he covers because Doc was right there for the rebound. It's
Montreal, like this is the thing I don't get about Montreal is they have the weapons. They've got the defense. They've got the offense.
With your favorite golden crispy wings and pizza with
Why are they not better?
Everyday deal. Pizza 73, the official pizza of game night and the Edmonton Oilers.
No, I'm not putting blames on the ref at all. Like
Tyson Barrie not on the bench as Skinner eats up that shot from Anderson.
Yeah, nice shot. And a good save.
But that's curious with no Tyson Barrie.
I'm not there yet. I'm at 11:48. What's over?
There. Jack Guy, always possible. It's an equipment-related issue. Durant, the power play under 10. A drive, a save, a rebound, score. Josh Anderson makes it.
Okay, you guys are way ahead of me. I don't like being down here. Oh, I hate morning games. 3-0 Montreal.
Playing with fire. They give the Canadiens credit. They continue to attack, continue to throw pucks at Stuart Skinner, and this one tapped in after a rebound. Second unit on the ice for the Canadiens.
Wow.
And Josh Anderson gets himself to a spot. A nice cross-seam pass, one-timer, and it bounces right out to big number 17. He bashes it home.
It's one of those games. Team didn't show up.
Spot, good body positioning to work himself to the front of the net, face the goaltender. He's ready for that rebound off the pad, and he puts it home.
3-0 Montreal. No, you guys go ahead. I'm just going to sit here and chat with you. I don't really want to get...
Had a hat trick against them. And today with 2 assists on the 3 Montreal goals. Here's a quick dish in front. Ullinen a shot. That's tipped
Just didn't have it. Can't win them all.
Again on their heels immediately. Looking for a pushback in this game. It hasn't arrived.
I still say if the Oilers get 1, they're going to get 2.
Zach Hyman,
If they get 2, they're going to get 3.
Caromed off the body directly to Leon Draisaitl.
5-4 final Edmonton.
Forced out wide by Kovacevic. Taken hard against the boards. Floated inside, and Suzuki able to pick it off. Kovacevic with a chip behind the Edmonton defense.
Yeah, we're not going to lose against Detroit or the Rangers. We're going to go on a huge winning streak after this game. They're going to beat Detroit, beat the Rangers.
McDavid burst to speed, able to collect inside. Hyman a shot, save Allen. His best of the afternoon. Now Edmonton. Trying to rattle Montreal. McDavid hustling, circling, waiting. And we've got coincidentals coming. And Evander Kane trying to perhaps revive his team. Just took a swipe at Jack Guy.
And Anderson, a couple big guys in there.
And now Jack Guy and Desharnais are going to pair off, and they're going to go. Kane is wrapped up in one score.
What a fight. Like, Kane's going to get a penalty for that. Guy fell the fuck over. You go, Desharnais. Kick his ass. Wi-Fi, sit the fuck down.
Able to wrestle to the ice surface. The Oilers trying to get themselves into the game.
And I don't mind this at all, because something has to happen here for Edmonton. As you mentioned earlier a couple of times, on their heels in this game for the majority.
Oh, he might be done. He might have broke his hand. He's done. Oh, Wi-Fi might be done. That'll help the Oilers.
Something must have happened on that play. He was kind of taken down to the ice hard by Desharnais.
Fucking Jesus, Allen with the big save, though. So, cross-check wasn't going to get called.
He gets one back from King, and they continue to go out in front of the
What
net.
a fucking bullshit league.
Gets into the mix.
Just because he's stronger on his feet?
Anderson gives him one back. There's one from King. Anderson's going to give him one over top as well. Bam, right there.
Anderson better get 2 for that bullshit. Jumping in like a little bitch.
Jack Guy Yeah, these guys going at it. A big right hand by Jack-Eye right there, just misses. But as Jack-Eye went down to the ice, you could tell that he was a little gingerly getting up, and he went right down the tunnel for the Canadiens. But
I thought it was that last right hand.
Yeah, maybe.
He flinches a little bit on the back end of that last right hand he threw.
Because it hit the shoulder. So it stopped short of its intended target. You're right.
Edmonton number 77, 5 minutes for fighting. Montreal number 17, minor penalty for roughing. Montreal penalty, minor for cross-checking, 5 minutes for fighting.
Tell you what, good job.
Like
That's a great job by Peter McDougall to navigate through that.
That was fun.
It sounded like an extra 2 against Montreal.
Well, I'll tell you, this could be what Edmonton's looking for. And here's the fight. And for Desharnais, it's his first scrap in the National Hockey League. And I like the fact that he comes down and takes.
Oh, he punched the board. Oh, that fucking had to hurt. He punched the fucking red part of the board.
Ricocheted his forearm off the arm of Desharnais. That's where the shoulder pops up. And right away, he went down the tunnel. The big man, Jack-Eye, not a guy that's going to miss time if he doesn't have to. And there's his dad chop right there in the stands watching his boy scrap.
Oh, that hurts my hand.
Maybe spark a little bit.
Come on, Oilers, get one right quick here. Let's get one, get two, get three. We're going to go.
So, it all cancels one another out. Edmonton was setting up in the offensive zone initially. That's why I thought it might have been a 5-on-4, but now they bring it out to neutral. 5-on-5.
No, I don't
Nugent
feel like
Hopkins.
NHL is the
Let's
worst
see
team in the league.
how that tilt changes the complexion of this one. It certainly did yesterday.
The
fight
moniker,
between
the
Kane and
Columbus
Kachuk,
Blue
both
Jackets
teams
are the
inspired
worst team
the
in the
game.
league.
Got much better from that point on. It started out as a dud. Nugent-Hopkins off to Tyson Barrie, who apparently is okay, so nothing.
They're
there.
a better
The
team
late
than what their
ball
record
against
shows, Montreal.
Nugent-Hopkins to McDavid.
If they
dishing
just
off
had
for Vogel.
okay goaltending for most of the
Setting
year,
up
they'd be in a playoff
Nugent-Hopkins,
spot.
Backdoor McDavid. One-timer Barrie redirected just wide.
If they had the
Take out
goaltending they're getting
Nugent-Hopkins.
today,
Sent it back
most of the
towards
year,
center.
they'd be a playoff team.
Vogel will outrace Strand for the puck, who took it from him, but now the penalty will be called. It'll be a hook, and Montreal will be shorthanded.
No,
with
we'll just
9
finally
down
get that
to go in the
power play.
second period. So the fights now in Edmonton. Power play still a 3.
You're right. Columbus has better better
Oilers start the
players.
long
They just don't have
slide back in just
defense.
a moment.
That's what Columbus is missing. Defense.
Is there anything more WA than a Canadian winter? It shapes our character and brings out our best.
That's league wide though, man.
And stories.
Yeah,
Nobody does
you're right.
it
No,
better.
it's almost like giving a power plays an advantage to Montreal today. But hey, all it takes is one goal, right? One goal and changes the whole aspect of everything.
The Service Big Share Contest is back for a 5th year.
Scored by Harris.
$1 million. How would you feel if you won? At first, you might be gobsmacked, then exhilarated, and then maybe even grateful. Wouldn't it feel good if you really were the next Service millionaire? The more you save, the more entries you get. So what are you waiting for? Start feeling good today. Service Credit Union. Feel about your money.
Dad, how's your training?
Great. I've been saving big and scoring bonus entries all day long. Whoa.
Keep it up.
Earn bonus entries with products like Highlighter Signature Filet. Shop in store or online.
Some people say they like Napa Auto Pro because of our expertise.
There's a lot of red up there. I want to start seeing some blue.
And some say it's because of my dazzling smile.
But regardless of what happens in this game, Oilers still in the playoffs.
It's true.
Napa Auto Pro.
It's true.
Jonathan Drouin has drawn 2 penalties in this game. Takes one here on the dig on Warren Foegele as he can opens him there. And here's the scrum we saw once again. And you're going to see Anderson go at it with Kane over top of the linesman. There's shots being thrown from all directions. The big boys separate right here. Desharnais versus Arbor Jack-Eye. And the right hand start going from both. And look at the tail of the tape here. 2 big boys, young guys in the league, or rookies for that matter. 215 for Desharnais, 238 to 6'4 Jack-Eye goes.
That's Jack-Eye's 9th fight.
Hopkins has the puck.
Nicholas
Gives it to
picked up his
McDavid.
10th fight yesterday. Here's McDavid to Draisaitl in front, going sellout was Savard, and that was flipped over the net ultimately. Nugent-Hopkins to Draisaitl. Now McDavid steps out. Dishing off. Bouchard, a one-timer to save. Made Jake Allen rebound cleared.
Just not getting pucks through, not taking wise shots. This is just the Oilers of not playing well.
On the road in matinees at 4-2 in the second of back-to-backs. Draisaitl curling his way in, punched away from McDavid, and a good play by Suzuki to make sure of a clear down behind Skinner. Oilers a quick reload, a minute 10 on the penalty to Durant. Bouchard quarterbacking. It's the on-rushing McDavid. Right through Kovacevic to the net. Try move. What a move. Stopped by Allen. And the rebound cleared.
Jake Allen's playing with Vezina again.
McDavid tries again. A shot.
Only against the Oilers can a backup goalie
Jake Allen has made 3
play a
saves
Vezina.
on McDavid. And another one slid through the top of the blue paint. Let's not undersell what Allen has done this afternoon. McDavid tries to point blank, deflected away. Out to line by Bouchard, McDavid, Nugent-Hopkins, Bouchard, Nugent-Hopkins, shooting, deflected.
No, I wouldn't say Skinner's the problem. It's inability to score, and then we lose the puck at the blue line. Gotta be better. Got to be better.
Down the middle, Hyman breaks free. Another penalty coming. Deflected in front and
Score! Draisaitl! A late hit on McDavid, not part of the fucking play. Come on. Grow a pair, you fucking refs. You didn't protect Crosby. You're not going to protect McDavid.
season in a row.
Boy, I'll tell you, as this game started,
You're a fucking joke of a league. Oh, shit.
Exactly.
McDavid's dad is not fucking happy about this.
He just dangles through everyone. Great pad save by Allen. Hyman can't finish it up. And then here's another chance, or the same one again. We're going to look at it from a different angle. And that's just an excellent save to stay with McDavid through all that dangling through. Hyman with a nice drive, has a call here being called against him. Now this goal, I thought they were going to look to see if they challenge, but I don't think so.
But the presence of mind from Hyman, I think he kicks this free for Draisaitl, and boom.
Just a second.
And again, I think
Adrian Smith, what's your Discord name?
Was here by Hyman, but he was being again pushed into the goaltender.
If that didn't work, what's your Discord name, and I'll add you as a friend and invite you that way.
Hyman is involved, and they are going to take a look at it potentially.
Of course, it's a play involving Zach Hyman.
This will be Draisaitl's 30th goal. If he does credit for
that should go away. That was goalie interference.
5th straight 30-goal season. But this is a pivotal part of this game here, and there was the initial call. So the initial call.
Now, was there another penalty call?
Yes, I think there was a scrum, and we'll see how they figure that out afterwards. But it don't see who's in there necessarily.
Well,
so
Jordan Harris is in the box. Here's the announcement.
We have a good goal on the ice. Montreal minor penalty for hooking.
There you go. So there's no extras afterwards.
I like it. 3-1. Let's go. Let's make it 3-2. Let's go.
Both teams did for their credit. Kind of got themselves into the game, and after that scrum and fight, Jack-Eye, Desharnais, the scrum after a couple of whistles, I think it's kind of ignited Edmonton now. Still
Don't poke the sleeping bear, Montreal. Don't poke that sleeping bear. Offside Oilers.
How will this game turn? It did yesterday with the Kachuk and Kane fight. This is an offside whistled against Edmonton.
And let's not forget, Arbor Jack-Eye has not returned to the Montreal bench.
And he's
as far as I can see, the top pairing defenseman that plays with Savard. So they're down to 5 defense, and Edmonton has the luxury of 7. So Barry was out for a little bit, missed the rotation. Desharnais in the box. Barry's back.
And now the Oilers back-to-back power plays. And remember, this is the league's top unit against the league's 3rd worst penalty killing unit. And a penalty here for hooking.
Wow. This is turned. Savard, their top defenseman, going to the penalty box here. Their top defensive defenseman now.
Montreal, number 58, 2-minute minor, Hookie.
So a lengthy 5-on-3.
Wow.
With a 1:28 left on the penalty to Harris. For Edmonton right now, they're going to grind themselves back into this game. It's that stick and good call. Pick up on the entry on McDavid.
Well, they've got 3 defensemen available
That's
right
it. And this is where they need
Jeez.
to really
That's a penalty and a half all day, 7 times a day on Sunday, man.
That's why they have the top power play in the National Hockey League. They need
Let's
to
go, boys.
Draisaitl, Nugent-Hopkins, McDavid, Hyman, and Barrett. Face-off win for Suzuki.
I'll send him a link in the second intermission if he hasn't got it. Well, I guess they would score on power play.
A healthy minute 25 on 3. This game theoretically could be tied by the time Montreal returns to full strength. McDavid to Draisaitl on the right side. Barry up top. McDavid. Nugent-Hopkins. Barry. Draisaitl one-timer save. Allen rebound loose. Trying to find it. Matheson could not in time. Draisaitl force feeds it back to Barry.
McDavid has the puck. Ooh, Barry.
Nugent-Hopkins.
Hopkins back to McDavid. McDavid to Draisaitl. Saved by Allen. Fuck this guy, man.
But will it hold up against this vaunted power play? McDavid loading up. Blast by Barry. That hit a man.
Blocked by Hyman.
Down the ice by Kovacevic.
McDavid.
Canadians gamely hanging on here.
If it wasn't for Allen being Vezina winner Allen, this game is over. It's not even close.
Leon Draisaitl loading up, peering inside, snapped it over Nugent-Hopkins, back to Draisaitl.
Shoot!
Shot deflected on a play.
Shoot the fucking puck! Yes, Bruce. Woodcroft will be back next season and the season after.
Deserves tremendous credit.
Unbelievable saves by Jake Allen. This glove hand here to get across and take that one away from Leon Draisaitl. Beautiful pass from that spot.
He can't keep this up for 60 minutes. There's no way he's going to keep what he's doing up for 60 minutes. No way.
Puck out past the forward in front, and then McDavid again with that quick
I think Woodcroft's here for the next 7 years, to be honest with you. Which the Oilers need. The Oilers need a GM and coach that are here for longer than 3 years to build a fucking culture, to build a freaking winner. Draisaitl to McDavid. McDavid. Oh, come on.
Cross ice tipped away from Draisaitl. One penalty is over. Streaking onto the ice is Harris, and he disrupted McDavid and allows Armia.
How do you not score on a 5-on-3? Too much fucking passing.
Back in the play and immediately have an impact. Top unit departs.
Hit the ice skating when you come out of that box, and that's exactly what Harris did. He got striding right away and made a difference.
Ryan McLeod circling. Back to the point. Bouchard looking to let fly. Kane took his eye off him. Recovered over to Darnell Nurse. Power play is over. Kane to the front of the net, and he finds it.
Evander King goal! 2-3-2 Montreal. Look out, cook out. We're coming back.
To within 3-2 with his 4th goal and 5.
What a sniper. And I'll tell you what, Evander Kane, 4 goals in his last 5. This is, again, similar to the Harris goal, I believe. The accumulation of shots on Jake Allen. And this one here, all the chances they have.
Jake Allen's looking a little tired.
Allen on the power play, denying a 5-on-3.
What a
and
goal.
Just a zinger by Evander Kane as he walks off the half wall. Always has that great shot. He can shoot it from out away.
What a
from his
shot.
body,
What
right
a shot. Where's
and he
my
puts
dude?
it shelf to make it a 1-goal game.
I'm not sure Allen ever saw it.
Nope. Off of his stick, and because he can shoot it so far from his body, I don't think the goaltender.
Assisted by Nurse and Bouchard.
Before they know it, it's off the stick, and for Evander Kane, that little grin on the bench, he's like, okay, start the scrum, get things going, let's get some emotion into this game, and it's paid off with a couple of goals for Edmonton. And
Look out, boys. Oilers have life. Like I said, don't wake the sleeping bear.
Edmonton goals in a span of 2.5 minutes. Kane from Nurse and Bouchard, and it's 2. Off the draw, Hyman. And that was choked off, cleared by Dodonov. The fight turned the game from 3-0 down to 3-2 now.
5-3 for that. Ouch, Cody. Don't do that.
The power play, but
Is that with an empty netter or
finds a
two?
sliver of daylight. Darnell Nurse streaking in for
Thank
the
you.
right
I
hand
will
side.
add you
The
in the
Canadiens'
second
3-goal
in
lead is
commission.
down to 1. It was 1-0 after 1. Now
Oh,
it's 3-2.
bad
as
giveaway
Mike
there.
Hoffman lumbers up the right-hand side. Dishes off to Donoff. Looks to keep it alive. Canadians finally back at full strength. Taken away by Fogle and chipped back through center.
That was a great backtrack by Warren Fogle. Ryan was behind the forward trying to get up the ice, and it was Fogle that.
Yeah, we need a big something.
and
We got it, though.
nullified the 2-on-1.
Kane was the inspiration of that all, that's starting all that.
Barron from Savard. Tipped in by Belzile. Knocked away for Moulinin. Matheson held the zone.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, just let him dangle behind the net, guys. No pressure there.
Shot Matheson, blocked by Nurse. Ricochet to Evander Kane.
Kane
Who scored
trying to get to the middle of the ice. Loses the puck. McLeod picks the puck up. Back to the point.
Last January.
Kulak. Kicked wide by Holloway. 3.5 left to play in the second period. 3-2 Montreal. Mont get real.
Belzile had the stick hacked out of his hand.
2 hands on your stick and that won't happen. Yes, he could be out for the game. From what the Montreal media is saying, hand does not look good. He'll be reevaluated second intermission. And we'll go from there.
Hits Durant. Wrist shot, saves Skinner. Hadn't seen the puck for a while, but preserves the
11 when he punched the boards.
Draisaitl and Kane with second period goals at Edmonton.
Wild second period, folks. Hold on to your pantyhose. It's going to be a good one.
Senators, Monday on Sports
Flames
Day.
and Senators on Monday. Could it be $1? I don't know. Is it $1? I'm going to go this way. Well, that is weird. Hopefully I don't have my sound on my cell phone. Otherwise, I'm going to hear myself. Why is this message held for review? Good Lord. Like, for real. Why is that message held for review? I can't even run my own channel. Bouchard got a penalty for that?
Steps into the ball. He doesn't allow it.
Good Lord.
Doesn't like it. It wasn't much, but he stepped into the lane. And the Montreal Canadiens back on the power play. They scored their last one.
All right, let's go get a PK goal. Badges? We don't need no stinking badges.
Shorthanded goals this year, second only to Carolina.
We call, but I guess you got to let the guy by. 25-21 are your shots for Montreal. 2 minutes left to play in the second period. Your 2 minute warning. Warning. Warning.
2 goals followed. And now the Oilers trying to hunt down the equalizer. Janmark nearly did. Short-handed. And then Doc ran right into Janmark.
Janmark, doggone bone. Love to see it. Love to see it.
Keeping Montreal hemmed in. Little pick set for Suzuki.
Chatbot's 1.5 million.
Mike Hoffman spins.
Oilers finally woke up.
Off the boards for Matheson. Receives, threw it across, set up. Matheson, a one-timer deflected.
Yeah.
Makes it 4-2 Montreal.
Fuck's sakes, man. We call cost us, but hey.
High slot Bernard celebration afterwards. What an impact he's had. He hasn't played a lot of games, but he's finding ways to produce. Create some points right there on the backhand side. Great job for him to get himself to that spot, put the stick down. And the one-timer by Matheson deflected right up into the corner. No chance for Skinner on that one. Tons of traffic in front of him. And then a perfect redirection finds it.
Not Skinner's fault on that one, no.
Kirby Doc with a big presence in front doesn't allow Skinner to see that one. And it's a 2-goal game again for the Montreal Canadiens. They capitalized on their last 2
4-2 Montreal.
This Harvey Pinard now has 6 goals in 9 games this season. 7 and 13 for his career. He was a 7th-round pick in 19.
So let's remember that call. When an Oilers forward tries to go around to the Montreal defense and he gets hit into the boards, that call needs to be made as well.
That doesn't go unnoticed. I mean, that's just incredible production for a guy that's getting a chance. He wants to stick around. Well, it's an important goal.
Yeah, we said this team played like crap in front of Campbell for 2 months. Now that Campbell's been better, team's been better in front of him. Now they're playing like dog crap this game. What are we doing? Like, honestly, what are we doing? Broberg, what are we doing? You're not an offensive defenseman. You're a 2-way defenseman with some offensive upside. Good God almighty.
High floater that'll land at center. Draisaitl protects, and all of a sudden McDavid is free. Shoots, and that was blocked. Recovering was Savard. Half minute to go in the period. Jordan Harris.
30 seconds left in the second period.
Trying to get back within 1 before the horn. A soft chip back to center. A lot different with a 2-goal lead as compared to just 1. Kane rifles one across. Draisaitl couldn't handle it. It was tipped ahead.
Oilers need to score 3 in the third.
Play inside to Darnell Nurse. That was swallowed up. Final 5 seconds now. Kane able to clear, but that will be all 40 minutes.
2 periods done.
Are done here at the Bell Center in Montreal.
Oilers need to be better.
Conversion. This was an Edmonton club that had given up just 3 power play goals in its last 11. They gave up 2 in the second period, and as a result, still chasing the game at 4-2.
Yeah. Better second until it wasn't. Hey, Agent Smith is here. Do. Playing better in the second period, but we needed to not give up that late goal. Senators have announced that Anton Forsberg will be out indefinitely. MCL tears in both knees. Both knees got blown out. Oh. Damn. Hey. It's not a big loss for anybody but the Ottawa Senators. They still don't have their number one goalie in Talbot. He's out with groin. Oh, who are my top 5 favorite non-Oilers in the playoffs right now? Whew. No. Ooh. Patrice Bergeron, number one. Number 1, Patrice Bergeron. Number 2, Mitch Marner. I like Bergeron. I like Marner. Honestly, I'm trying to think of anybody else that I... Welcome back. I'm a big fan of Bo Horvat. All right. No, I do not like Matthews. I think Matthews is probably the first or second overrated player in the NHL. So Marner's, Horvat, Bergeron. Tim Stützle, like that kid. That kid's pretty good. And you know, for all the grief that this guy gets, I like him too. Mark Scheifele, really good guy. You know, I like a lot of players in the league. I hate a lot of players in the league. I have a disdain for many of players in this league. But honestly, like there's so many good players that you can be a fan of that aren't on the Oilers. But the list is longer for players that you are not a fan of, even if they were on the Oilers. Johnny Hockey. I don't dislike Johnny Hockey. I don't like him too particularly. Not because he was a Flames or anything. Like, I have a lot of respect for a lot of Flames players, past and present. I just don't know what Johnny Hockey brings. Like, he's those middle of the road players. Like, yeah, in the right situation, he's a good player. But where he is now, he's floundering. And maybe it's just year one jinx and Columbus. 2 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks, depending on the mail. Who's going to win this game? The Oilers are going to come back and win this game 5-4. No, honestly, I think Montreal's going to win this game. It's just the Oilers had a crappy first period, played well halfway through the second period, and then went back to first period. I am going to plead the fifth on Alex Ovechkin. Stamkos is another really good player. I lost a lot of respect for Stamkos in his contract negotiation for many reasons. Yet don't ask me about Vegas, Eichel, Bedard, or Ovi. I get pretty heated about those type of subjects. I lost a lot of respect I had for Steven Stamkos with his contract negotiations. Because he could have taken less money overall to go to Toronto or Calgary or Winnipeg or Montreal. But what he did was he took more because of taxes. It had nothing to do with where he wanted to play or coming to Canada. He didn't want to pay taxes. That's all it was. He didn't want to pay taxes. I'm sorry. But if that's your deciding factor to not play in Canada is because you don't want to pay taxes, fuck off. Get the fuck out of here. I don't care how many cups you win. Get the fuck out of here. You have a chance to play for arguably one of the greatest franchises in history in the Toronto Maple Leafs, and say what you want. They are a bad team, and I don't have a lot of respect for them, but they are one of the greatest franchises in history with lore and how good they were. You passed that up because you didn't want to pay taxes. Makar, I think he's overrated. I think Makar's the new age defenseman. That's not a defenseman. Maybe that's just because that's what all defensemen are going to be. He's hitting all the bangers. He's like, let's needle this prick. Let's see how mad he gets. No, Makar is a forward dressed up as a defenseman. And I'm saying that about Nurse too. Nurse is a forward dressed up as a defenseman. Oh, no, don't get me going on politics. You don't want to know my political view. You guys wouldn't like my political view. McKinnon is good. Like, I can't really knock McKinnon. He's been where he's been, right? Like, I don't like the new age defensemen that the NHL has. They're not defensemen. Like, I'm going to be honest. The defensemen that are coming up now aren't defensemen. They're players that can skate backwards a little bit better than a forward. And they're getting Norris trophies for it. Huberdeau is a good player. Huberdeau is an amazing player. just does not fit the Calgary play style. I said it when the trade happened. The Flames lost this trade. And I will stick to that. The Flames lost that trade. Getting Huberdeau wasn't smart. He doesn't play Daryl Sutter hockey. And he just can't. He can't play that style. I'm not saying he can't. He won't. He won't play that style. He can if he puts his mind to it. Like if he puts his mind to wanting to play that style, he can. That's just it. Huberdeau is not a goal scorer. Huberdeau is a setup guy. And who do you play him with? You play him with third liners? People that can't score? Now, the Kadri signing, that was a big thing. The Kadri signing was great. Because he plays Daryl Sutter hockey. You have to be able to play a certain style to play in Calgary. And if you don't play that style, you're not going to fit the system, and the system's going to break down. But Montreal scores late on the power play. Looky here. What's his name? Harvey? I'm not going to use a hyphenated name because I don't have to. Oilers need 3 here. Man, why is this not working? Schwink. My daughter's got some attitude on her today. So it's all going to come down to the third period. Can the Oilers get a comeback in them? Or do they go into the sunset, come home, going two for two on their road trip? This third period is going to be the definition of a good road trip and a bad road trip. Ooh. The Avs couldn't find a way to sign him because the Avs are up against the cap crunch. And they would have had to lose Landeskog or Taves, like a defenseman that they need. But I think that's going to be what makes them miss the playoffs this year, is not having a guy like Kadri. Also, they lost a guy to Seattle, too. The guy that they lost in Seattle is pretty good, too. They don't have the same third line. They don't have good third or fourth line scoring. They've got 1, maybe 2 lines, and rely on their offensive defensemen to chip in points. I don't see them as a playoff team. But that's just my opinion. Oh, absolutely. Oh, don't you be doing that. I do not acknowledge you. Acknowledge me. No. You're a scripted WWE writer. We do not acknowledge you. Had the fights been real and you've been doing this, all right, we might acknowledge you. But it's scripted. I just watched 2 weeks ago was SmackDown, where he beat the hell out of Sami Zayn. I'm a week late still. I'm still getting caught up. I'm watching last week's Raw after this, and then 2 days ago SmackDown. So I should be all caught up by Monday, just to do it all over again. Red Wings, Oilers, Wednesday. That's why I like the Kane situation to the Oilers. Will you stop with your... You can't tell me yet. I haven't watched it yet. I'm that far behind. I haven't watched last week's. I'm gonna smack the dumb out of you.
19 years hangs in the balance. If the Oilers are to pull this game out of the fire, Louis, what has to happen?
Well, you heard Bob Stauffer talk about his shots. They have to start getting more pucks on Jake Allen, and I know he's made some great saves, but make it even more difficult for him.
Is that when Elimination Chamber is?
In front of him. They started to get some shots too. But listen, it's a disciplined, aggressive game. They're going to need to.
Good news. Oh, guys, I totally missed. I fucked up.
The first time in a while for them, and they have to.
Yeah.
You have to play that aggressive style. You have to get pucks in behind.
Go to town scoreboard. Seattle, Philly tied at 2 after 2. San Jose 1. Washington nothing. Start of the second period. So even Philadelphia's beating up on Seattle. Good God.
I think to some degree ignited by that fight.
We all know Roman's winning that fight because he's not going to lose the title before WrestleMania. Unless they want him to lose the title before WrestleMania, so he's only fighting one night instead of 2 nights. Ooh, interessante. Let's go, Oilers. They need to win a face-off, and they need to score. Within the first 5 minutes, Oilers need to get a goal. Icing? No? Interesting.
Trying to rally when trailing after 2 periods for the 4th time this season. One other occasion, the Oilers managed at least a point. Hyman races in. He was knocked by
Gets knocked down. Didn't they call Bouchard for something way less than that? All right. We play on.
Kulak maintains for McDavid. There's the man that Harvey Pinard that restored the lead to at least 2. Kulak dishes. A drive by Barry doesn't make it through. Anderson swings it out of the zone.
Yeah, that's why I say I think Sammy could win at Elimination Chamber unless they want Roman fighting twice in 2 nights. He hasn't fought once in fucking... Oh, boys. Get the puck out, boys.
Blasted across by Matheson, and that one fooled the Donov to the point.
Bouchard. And we need to get the puck out cleanly.
This will be important for Edmonton too. How they navigate this first 5 minutes.
Doc with a centering pass bumped away by Yesapul-Yarvi. It's a good point you make in terms of the first couple minutes seemingly belonging to Montreal in each period. Edmonton, you figure the more desperate team, trailing 4-2 with 20 minutes to play. And again, an opportunity to take over first in the Pacific at stake. Evander Kane to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Puts the brakes on. Broberg overskated momentarily. Recovered to throw it around for Desharnais. Broberg. A drive that sailed through
He's not
untouched.
there.
Allen gives it a look as Desharnais shot one off a skate. And the ricochet handled by Dodano.
I like that shot by Broberg, though. It's a strategic shot. Instead of just trying to blast it through the traffic, he's looking for a stick potentially.
So,
on the
I
side
think
of
the Oilers are
net.
okay
Almost a
being a
shot
second and
pass
third
in a
place team
direction,
in the
looking
Pacific
for something
Division.
more.
Desharnais, the outlet from Broberg, up the center. That one off the back of Holloway through the timing of the playoff, and it turns into an offside call whistled against Edmonton.
Well, Arbor Jacka has not returned to this game, and I don't believe he's
Oh,
going
absolutely.
to have that scrap.
The score is 4-2 for the Montreal Canadiens. But the reason why I say Oilers are okay with being second or third in the division
and he's dangling that right hand afterwards.
is because you know who you're gonna play. You're gonna play either
on that right side. He did not move that arm on the way down the tunnel.
you're either gonna play LA or you're gonna play Calgary.
But that's when things started to get going for Edmonton, and they need to carry that forward. Obviously,
Now,
for Desharnais, his first game back in Montreal, his hometown, with a lot of people here watching. He had a little extra emotion.
The other way, you're gonna end up playing
Arbor Jacka.
Calgary or Minnesota. You're gonna either play Minnesota or Nashville.
Flanked by McDavid and Hyman after the icing call.
I don't know. I don't think I want that.
A 15-game point streak, also hanging in the balance. He does not appear on the score sheet yet today. Cece to McDavid, though.
Yes, I read that. They have no goalie in Vegas now, so how the hell is that going to work? Vegas has no goalie. Seattle's not a good team. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is going to be the Oilers. So you're going to say Oilers. Fuck it. 5-4. 5-2.
His second goal of the game. 5-2 Montreal.
Skinner's not looked good, but the team in front of him hasn't looked good either.
Another goal by a defenseman for the Montreal Canadiens. That's 4 in the last 2 games. They had 13 the entire season coming.
This is what I mean by defensemen aren't defensemen anymore. They're forwards.
It's a nice play by Armia.
Nurse is on the ice.
Side, and for Cody Cece, he eliminates him here. He gets over there.
5-2 now for Montreal.
Nice little drop pass by Harris, who's the defenseman that jumps up in the play, beats the forwards back to the defensive position, and slips this one home past Stewart. Skinner didn't like that too much from that angle, but it finds the back of the net. And now the lead is extended to 3. And again, the Montreal Canadiens early in the period come out and capitalize.
Duran will collect his second assist of the afternoon.
Maybe a chicken trade is needed to help this team get Nurse off the ice more often. Maybe I'm just seeing it all wrong, and that's the case that has to happen. Even just to give Nurse less minutes.
Canadiens pushed back. Edmonton rallied to win 5-3. Now it's the Canadiens that have withstood the flurry, and they pushed back.
Yeah, just a little slow coming back to the neutral zone. You could see Draisaitl. I don't think he thought much was
Yeah,
going to
you
happen.
usually are the panic button. No, like I said, it's one game. You're playing back-to-back matinees. They're going to be home on Wednesday against Detroit.
And it wasn't a hard shot, and probably a shot that Stuart Skinner would like to have back. But credit Harris, who has 2 goals in this game.
He's in Edmonton. Yeah, it's pretty warm out, actually.
And that one there where he walks right in, takes the pass from Armia, and gets the shot away.
Kane took it away from Josh Anderson, who then got back into the play, and with second effort, was able to squeeze his way through.
He's in that in-betweener city, Red Deer. They're not sure if they're Flames fans or Oilers fans.
Montreal
He's that in-betweener.
only has won back-to-back games once since November. Armia took it away from Kulak. Drives toward the net. Wade centers, and that's outside of the left ankle.
Well, this is a stinker.
The Oilers with numbers coming the other way. Kane to Nugent-Hopkins across, deflected, and that ended up wide. Savard sold out and ended up clearing the puck into the corner. And now Dvorak with his back to the other net will carefully send one off the boards. Bouchard to Desharnais, and Holloway on the counterattack for Edmonton. He's able to get through Matheson. Checked in the corners. Louis mentioned no Jack-eye, so Montreal forced to try to polish off this game with just
I've got nothing for you, BW. I'm just
Dren escaped.
wanting this game to be over with so I can enjoy some family time on
for
Sunday.
Savard. Now Dren
Didn't go to church
makes the
this
wise
morning,
play to
so
Dvorak, who catches a ricochet off Nugent-Hopkins, and it's Bouchard forced to reload for
Deflate
Edmonton.
gate.
The
Yeah,
shattered
right?
stick of Nick Suzuki still
Exactly, Deflate
lying
gate.
in the Edmonton zone. Pugliarvi forechecking creates a turnover for Matheson. We'll see whether Montreal starts to wilt. Edmonton ratcheting it up pressure-wise. Pugliarvi forced to peel off, and Matheson elects to give his club a collective breather here 5 minutes into the final period. A dart down the middle. Dodonov did not get a touch. It hit the broken stick on the ice and will be whistled for and icing.
What's confirmed that this is
period brought to you
Pugliarvi's
by
last game as an
Legacy
Oiler?
Heating and Cooling, home of no payments, no interest for 1 year.
I'm confused.
Now,
Confirmed
because
by
it hit
who?
the broken stick, they might have to revisit this icing call.
Straight?
Montreal's claiming, well, that could have affected how things played out. But the officials, after getting together, are going to rule correctly, in my opinion, that
it was an icing.
well, Edmonton was going to get back in time. So the broken
Did
stick
he put on
played
waivers
no
tonight?
real meaningful
Monday,
role.
But I also understand the argument
Yes.
from the Canadians. They're like, hey, and Stuart Skinner did leave the blue paint and come out to play the puck after it hit that stick. But
Hopefully he clears waivers, goes to Bakersfield, and has an AHL career of his life.
Off cleanly back to Broberg. Kane. CC, a shot. Save Jake Allen. CC down low, rolled it through. Doc trying to power its way out, but no. Warren Fogle won that battle. Backhanded safely out by Dadonov.
Yeah, I'm giving the whole team a
Fogle
break.
on
Like,
Kirby Doc. He didn't take
this was a lot of hockey coming after a break.
cleanly to that one. CC off the
Bit
outlet,
of travel.
squeezes down low. You see
Back-to-back
Edmonton
games on
take some
matinees.
chances here. Trying to
It's okay
force
to
their
play
way
one
back into
matinee
this
game
one.
a weekend,
Hoffman off.
but when
Chance
you
for a
got
clear,
two,
turned
like,
over by Dadonov. Broberg spinning. The pass just out of reach for McLeod. Kane tried to bank it off a man and it ended up deflecting out into the fifth row here at the Bell Center in Montreal. 21,100.
I'm glad they beat Ottawa. They beat Ottawa.
Yeah, what a
Got
different
the screw job of a lifetime against Philadelphia, and just didn't show up against Montreal. It's going to be a really short post-game reaction.
The National Hockey League. And they're behind their home team tonight in this one, up 5-2 with 14:06 to go in the third period.
Oilers off the draw. McDavid hands to Barry. Cross-ice pass. That's broken up. Big hit, McDavid, and he landed one cleanly on Jordan Harris.
Keep your head up, kid. 9-7 train coming through.
Rifled up the left-hand side. Nurse. McDavid won a battle. Persistent. Hands to Draisaitl. One-timer. Hyman save. Allen rebound backdoor. McDavid once, twice. Allen holding sway with that left hand. And now Nurse a wrap-up. Canadians trying to protect their goaltender. Nurse trying to protect his captain.
Fucking shake Allen stands on his head.
Good
Vezina
job by
winning
Darnell Nurse to get in
performance.
there and grab Anderson, who was working over McDavid,
Yeah.
but a good chance right on the doorstep.
It's like I said,
in tight.
teams are allowed to have 2 bad games a month. The way I see it, depending on how many games you play. You're going to have 2 really amazing games that you had no business winning, and you're going to have 1 or 2 really bad games where you coulda, shoulda, woulda won. So the rest of the month is be all gravy, right? That's the way I see it.
Some would say
I honestly
summer
believe they're going
is
to
the
win out
best
the rest
season
of the
to get
month.
outside.
Colorado's beatable.
Have fun.
The Rangers are beatable. Pittsburgh is beatable. Boston is becoming very beatable.
It's the Jeep 4x4 winter event. Where the
We're not
best way
losing
to
any
get
of those.
into
I
winter
think we're going to
is
sweep
to
those
get
4
into
teams.
Jeep. Right now, finance the Jeep Grand Cherokee for as low as 2.99%.
Honestly, I think we're going to sweep those 4 teams. Colorado's playing the second night of a back-to-back. They play in St. Louis. I'll put a $100 bet on it. I'll bet you $100.
How would you feel if you won?
Colorado's coming off a back-to-back.
Gobsmacked.
Rangers are game 1 of a back-to-back. Pittsburgh is coming off a back-to-back, and Boston is game 1 of a back-to-back.
Wouldn't it feel
It's favorable.
good if you really were the next
Favorable.
service millionaire? The more you save, the more entries you get. So what are you waiting for?
This is going to be a good month.
Today.
I honestly
Service
think
Credit
that
Union. Feel good about
we
your
lost 2 that we should have won.
When Elijah was
But-
8 months old, he had his first open heart surgery.
It is
when
what
he
it
was
is.
7 years old, he had a second.
It was a brutal
And when
weekend.
he was
Like,
12
we knew
years
it as
old,
Oiler
he
fans.
had a catheter surgery to repair the valve. in
The
his
only
heart.
thing we can hope
He's
for is
doing
next year's
amazing right
schedule
now.
isn't going to be
He can
such a
play any
brutal
sport
grind
that
for
he
us
wants to.
Thanks to the Stollery
to
and
begin the
other
year.
children's hospitals across Canada, kids like me can get the care we need.
The Brick is a proud partner of Children's Miracle Network. And with your help,
Aw.
we've raised over $11 million helping children like Elijah.
Today's Closer Look
I
brought to
think
you
it should
by
go to 84
Specsavers.
games.
Quality eye care and eyewear should be affordable to all. Should have gone to Specsavers.
Well, I talked before the game about the streak the Oilers have been on right now. Longest point streaks in franchise history. 11 right now it stands. An ability to tie the one back from 2000, 2001.
I honestly think that the schedule should add 84 games. Well, that's not interference or anything. add 2 extra games, have them against divisional opponents.
And also another streak, Connor McDavid, 15-game point streak on the line.
Not to mention 17 in a row on the road. And here he is, Connor McDavid. Loading up, looking to unleash, dishing off to Tyson Barrie. Snapped it back to McDavid. Firing his kulak, and that was speared. A little wax-on save, Jake Hamlin.
Still 13-10 left in the game. He's going to get a point. Ooh, we need another Grant viewer. We have another Grant viewer, my guy, Jack Campbell.
John Deere experts.
Interestingly enough, as you get a look at Top Bell Center, Connor McDavid only 9 points in 11 career games in this building. Louis, it was interesting that franchise-long point streak, 16 games, 03-04. That club didn't even make the playoffs.
I say Skinner's more of a Curtis Joseph.
Connor's dad there taking in the action, trying to see if his son can muster up something in this third period along with his team to drive back into this one. They almost did in the second period, but credit to Montreal Canadiens. You said they're striking back.
Skinner's not looking good, but the team in front of him is looking worse than he's looking. He's trying to get back into game form. And I did call this happening with having a child and being a parent. It's not easy.
Power play conversion. And then one here in the third to stretch it out to 5-2. Harris with a pair. Belzile with one. We've talked about Edmonton's supplemental scoring. I didn't have Harris and Belzile.
I don't think Colorado makes the playoffs, and if they do, it's a second wild card. I just don't think they're good enough. Winnipeg, the Jets, the Pegs.
On the move, turned over.
Welcome to the Pegs.
That is for the Canadiens, so that production. Another penalty coming up here.
Welcome to the Pegs.
Going to Edmonton.
We got fun games.
I think the last ones to touch this puck.
No, I think it's going to be RBA. And you can't take an offensive zone.
Power play Whalers. Not like they scored any.
Just injected back.
No, this could be some life. Make it a 5-3 game, but at least get some points from McDavid.
But as you mentioned, you're just playing with fire, and we've seen a few of these calls where that stick gets in around the hands. It's okay.
Wouldn't that be something, man? Whalers defeating the Bruins in the finals. Sweep.
That has typically been called all year.
That'd be great. I'm not gonna lie, that would be awesome. I will sell my left testicle for finals Oilers playoff tickets.
McDavid is shot, juggled by Allen, bobbled, and then ultimately held. And I'll tell you what, Yoel Armia has a nervous minute 52 in front of him.
That exactly. This game is not on officiating or. This game is on the players thinking that Sunday matinees, Super Bowl Sunday, don't matter. And honestly, this game doesn't matter. It's a game in February. We're a hot team. We're a playoff team. We could afford to lose games like this. It just sucks losing games like this.
He's had a stellar afternoon. He has had a strong afternoon, not only defensively here in the penalty
Yeah.
game, but also with a big goal earlier in the game. Has been physical.
He's still gonna get a point. He's gonna get 100 by Wednesday. I'm still saying he's getting 100 by Wednesday.
Now McDavid, still a minute 10 on the power play. McDavid rolling, dishing. Tipped by Matheson. Draisaitl finding. Out to Evan Bouchard. Now McDavid. A power play Edmonton has to have. McDavid tried to center. That glanced off a leg.
It's just too much
Bouchard
pass.
and Draisaitl tried to one-touch it across. And Montreal is able to loft it down the ice. First unit will stay out. Jay Woodcroft knows this.
No, he's gonna get the 100 points on Wednesday. He's gonna get, and that's game. 6-2 Montreal.
Canadiens 6, Oilers 2.
Wow.
It's the way it's going for Edmonton in this game. And it was the Montreal Canadiens that came out with a better team early in each of the 3 periods respectively. They've been able to carry that momentum through. And it's the 4th shot.
Bouchard, man.
He just wins the battle against Bouchard, who has to be stronger.
This is the wake-up call. This is an LA wake-up call.
And finds the open man. Full possession, pickpocket. Uses his size to defend, walks around Kane on a nice move, and then finds Dvorak in slot for the one-timer.
It is what it is, man. Like these games, it's any given Sunday, man.
Just wanted that puck.
Yep.
Took it.
Oilers didn't want this game, and it shows. Oh, well.
You mentioned it earlier, too. Throughout this game, it has been, for the most part, the Canadiens that have been first on pucks, hungrier for pucks. They've come up with those loose ones.
No, honestly, that there are no positives about this game. Desharnais fight, Kane battling.
Edmonton beat Montreal in this building 7-2 last year. Now it's 6-2 in favor of the Canadiens. Halfway home.
But yeah, other than that,
From a Montreal perspective, Matheson will take a skate out to center, allow his club to get fresh personnel on. And now Edmonton
6-2 Montreal, 9.5 left in the third period.
Jay Woodcroft does in terms of deployment here over the final 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
On the move, Yanmar trying to center. That
I
was
got lots of time to make the post-game reaction. I'll probably do it way after the Super Bowl. I might even do it tomorrow. We don't play till Wednesday.
back to Dodonna, finding it in skates, couldn't pull the trigger, however.
It's just a game.
Burrowing through his
This isn't indicative of what life happens. We're not going to live and die if the Oilers win or lose.
difficult season in terms of injuries piling up for the Montreal Canadiens. Doc to Hoffman. But an inspired weekend turned in by Montreal thus far.
I'm in no rush. And the stupid Canadian wave. Like every Canadian team does this crap.
Doing the wave in the Bell Centers. They're up 4 on Edmonton, who came in without a regulation loss in their last 34 days. Desharnais directed by Fogle. Save Allen. Rebound tugged out of there to the corner. And that's the way it's gone this afternoon. Jake Allen effective and stopping Desharnais.
Jake Allen playing like a Vezina Trophy candidate, even though he's last in the league in stats. Again, win or lose, Oilers are second in the Pacific Division. Just would have been nice to get the win. I'm not going to be Steve Dangle and blow my load and be angry.
Twisted Tea fans love the smooth, refreshing taste of Twisted Tea, made with real brewed tea.
The Canadiens aren't the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Canadiens are a good team.
Just ask our fans. Twisted Tea, hard iced tea.
Full service at your local co-op means extra service at no extra cost. We'll fill your tank, clean your windshield,
I'm not worried
and
about
get you
LA.
on your way. And full service is part of
Like I said,
co-op's
where we are
commitment
right
to
now is
provide
where we're
good
going to
jobs
be at the
more
end of
than
the playoff,
25,000
end of the
Western
season.
Canadians.
Either first in the
Whether
division or
it's
second
cold
in the division.
Edmonton, sunny in Regina, rainy in Victoria, or snowy in Winnipeg, we are filling your tank. We are fueling your day. We are co-op.
We are co-op.
The biggest 50-50 in all of pro sports is live.
That's fine. Kraken can win. It's not a big deal.
This 50-50 is known for its record-breaking jackpots. The Edmonton
They're allowed to win a
Oilers
game once in a while against the lowly
Foundation
Philadelphia
jackpots
Flyers.
With their winner 50-50. That's right. You can take home 50% of the jackpot tax-free. So if you are in Alberta right now, you can purchase
Still
your
lots of
tickets
time left in that
Just
game,
go
though.
to edmontonoilers.com/50-50.
Excuse me, folks.
But do it
Hoys.
now. Time is ticking, and the jackpot is
They still
waiting.
got a whole period, and Philadelphia is going to score 2 in the third, win that game 4-3, and this game didn't happen. Washout.
Canadians with access to 5G.
Well, Jordan Harris with a new contract in his pocket and a couple goals in this game. This one from a sharp angle. Give him credit. Stuart Skinner was down. He puts it
Yeah,
up
this is
stairs.
Edmonton's division to
And
lose.
then in this third period, takes the pass from Armia along the wall, walks in and finds it home once again. And you look at that, first 26 games, 3 goals from defensemen at home, 4 in the last 2 games. The game-winning goal in overtime yesterday for Matheson, and a couple for Harris in this one today.
Harris
It's just now just drowning out the...
has to.
Yeah, thanks for coming out, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you all being here. It's been a good ride.
Tripped up by Yoel Armia. Jonathan Dren.
8.5 minutes left to play in the third period. 6-2 Montreal. 30-28 the Shots.
Would taste defeat in regulation for his first time as an Oiler. His 9-0-2 stretch for Edmonton coincides with his debut. force his way around Desharnais. Kicked by Hyman back to center. Now Nugent-Hopkins serves it up for Hyman. A trio of Montreal defenders closing quickly, and Barron will leave it for Harris. And it's a reset for both hockey clubs.
Something maybe understated in this game from the Canadiens' perspective is the backtracking. You saw Jonathan Drouin right there, right back on Zach Hyman.
And Montreal plays the bullshit keep away game behind their own net. It's almost as bad as puck dragging in overtime, man. I fucking hate it.
To really frustrate Edmonton at times, turn pucks over, and when they've had that puck, they've been able to capitalize and put the puck in the back of the net.
On what many people might not realize, Louis, it's dangerous when you're facing a club that's missing half its roster because you said an opportunity. These are guys looking to make long-lasting impressions on their coaching staff in the years moving forward.
Absolutely, and you never know when your next chance is going to come along, so you want to take advantage of. The other thing, too, is I just think you and I talked about it
That's
earlier.
huge.
Their focus is right now.
McDavid edges it toward the net.
McDavid gets stopped by Allen because Allen is a Vezina winning trophy. Today was his Vezina game. Happens to the best of us.
Want to bet?
Up 4-2 Seattle now.
And make a
Good
play
Lord.
at Sports Interaction.
Capitalizing on power play.
Connor McDavid taking a seat. 7 minutes to go. His club down 4. I mean, no guarantee he'll even see the ice again. Not saying he won't, but Anderson trying to plow his way through traffic as Montreal advances again. Cole 7 shot that just escaped. Going far post and in. Nick Suzuki. Montreal captain and leading scorer. Stayed healthy this year. I think he, along with Marty St. Louis, kind of sets the table for the work ethic that's been on display this afternoon. Harvey Pinard, a local darling right now, adding more to his legend.
It's growing by the minute, but good on him. There's an opportunity that he's grabbing.
6 goals in 9 games. That's grabbing it all right.
And, you know, Jake Allen, we got to talk about him in this game too, because when Edmonton did have the momentum, they pushed back, brought to within 1 goal. Boy, did he ever make some huge saves to allow his team to weather that storm.
I would suggest 27 of 29 doesn't begin to tell the tale, Louis, because as you mentioned, Edmonton has not been volume shooters today. So when they've gotten good looks, they've been really good looks. They haven't just thrown pucks on net, which I think you make a good point, has been to Edmonton's determined today. They might have been better off funneling more pucks.
Overpassing a little bit of times, trying to look for that, but that's the pressure and speed I talked about earlier.
5.5 left to play in the game. 6-2 Montreal. 30 to 29er shots. What a disappointing third period.
Simplify, get a puck to the net, get some traffic in front. Look for those garbage goals, and it just didn't happen enough so far in the game.
His battle came in his last 10 starts. Only Spencer Martin.
He's going to torch Detroit and torch
Save percentage had been worse over the last couple of months than Jake
Detroit, Rangers, Philadelphia. Look out. You're going to get pissed off. Edmonton team. Hyman shot.
Jake Allen as he collects his 28th save of the afternoon. And Montreal in cruise control at home with a 6-2 lead.
Are you ready for live real-time sports updates? Get ready for Power Play. Get the hottest live sports stats. And play the newest and best casino games for free. Ready to raise your game? Search powerplay.net.
All Jamin homes come with 10 solar panels, allowing you to cut your electricity bills in half. One of the many features not optional in a 2023 Jamin home.
Hey, some say the eyes are a window to the soul. We say they're a window to early signs of retinal disorders. Some eyes you can get lost in. Where am I? These eyes have found 2 pairs of glasses for $149. When your eyes get the care they need.
Yeah, fun times, eh?
That's Specsavers love.
One monthly payment would be nice.
Alpine Credits, sending help right away.
Where homeowners get approved.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved.
This period brought to you by Legacy Heating and Cooling, home of no payments, no interest for 1 year.
Well, John, we talked
Cool.
about Jake Allen in his game here. Only one win in his previous 10 starts.
Yeah.
This one today, and he's been up to it. And there have been some great chances. You're right. The chances Edmonton has had, they've made some good ones. This is a great save on McDavid on that rush up the ice. Put it into warp speed. This one short side.
Jake Allen's played the best game he's played all year.
Efficiency.
And that's been the difference.
He's had to scramble. He's had some support. Good performance by him.
Gave up 5 on 22 shots in Edmonton and really had been kind of usurped by Montreal, but has delivered a terrific performance this afternoon. Desharnais is shot, tipped by Nugent-Hopkins, and then his pocket pick by Dvorak. A drive by Desharnais went off his own man Hyman, picked up by Jonathan Durant. Jordan Harris with 2 goals today. Savard fighting the puck a little bit. Durant tried to twist it out, could not. Kulak regathered by Durant and flipped back through the middle. Kulak to Hyman. Rushed it for Draisaitl. Again, I'm not sure we're going to see McDavid again for this afternoon. He's been skipped in the rotation.
Something wrong with David? He's not playing.
Barry with 4 minutes to play on a reload. Warren Fogle takes an outlet from McLeod. Shimmies to his left and fires into the waiting glove of Jake Allen. Today's hit of the game brought to you by James H. Brown, Accident Injury Lawyers.
Give him less minutes on the ice. Makes sense.
Brett Kulak with a good hit here as he comes across and takes his man. We talked about Dvorak turning around, protecting that puck. And Kulak says, well, I can put you down on the ice from that position too, and that's exactly what he does, and a good defensive play.
McDavid is in fact back on the ice with Kane and Hyman. And now the only lasting suspense in this one would seem to be whether or not McDavid can extend his prolonged point streaks, both overall and on the road. A clean face-off win, a shot by Barry was blocked. Back to the point for Broberg, across to Barry. Broberg hammers one, that was blocked. That'll exit the zone. That one definitely stung Harvey Pinard, who earlier took one in the mush. So he's been around this game. Yeah. He's had an impact, and he's been impacted.
Absolutely.
Suzuki. Kane hacked it away. Matheson after it with McDavid in dogged pursuit. Nick Suzuki turns, chips softly back to neutral. Broberg to Hyman. Kane tacks back onside as Broberg exits. Hyman absorbed a heavy pop. McDavid took it away from Suzuki. Nurse across to Ceci. Shooting, and that was tipped wide by Hyman. Nurse tries. Pinballs off the end boards to Ceci. Shot Hyman, and that was blocked by Harris. And Edmonton will change. 2:45 to go, and presumably that's the end of McDavid's point streak.
Yeah, that sucks. All good things come to an end, no?
Lost the handle, McLeod the other way. LC got popped. Harris soccered it up the boards, but Bouchard there to cut it off, had it blocked. Ulinen. Token pressure. So Edmonton will remain in second place for now in the Pacific Division. Fogle winds and fires, save Jake Allen. Desharnais crowded in the corner. Vegas should beat Anaheim. Their deficit would grow to 3 points, but still it's been a good run for Edmonton. Taking advantage of perhaps a lull in their schedule in terms of degree of difficulty, but another reminder today that in the National Hockey League, nothing is certain, nothing guaranteed.
Nothing's given,
Montreal
man.
showed up twice this weekend and delivered solid performances, first against the New York Islanders and today against Edmonton. Janmark shakes free of Doc, a little behind Derek Ryan. Ryan advances to Pugliarvi. Weakly wide. Janmark trying to wrap around. That was nullified by Savard. Barry will step up. Pugliarvi gets it right back to him. Shot. Tipped. Rebound to Kulak, but he had it blocked. And Allen is down and out. Yep. Kind of a microcosm of the day right there. 100%. Final minute now. And the Canadian fans will rise.
Final minute of play in the third period, 6-2. What an uneventful third period.
Work well done. Edmonton will drop to 30-19-5 and lose for the first time in regulation since January the 9th, 34 days ago. Heck of a run.
Was it ever? It all started with that loss to Los Angeles where they didn't go away quietly and they battled to the end of that.
Yeah, Woodcroft's not going to say anything to the team. It's going to be the players inside the locker room that are going to say the most. Because you don't think these players are happy with this performance? They're going to go inside that locker room and tell themselves that we deserve better and we need to be better.
Yeah, give the Montreal Canadiens credit. Early in periods especially. The first, second, and third, they were the better team. They set the tone.
Exactly. Use this game as a springboard fuck you to play the better teams that actually matter. The teams that are in our division. In our conference. Yeah, games like these suck, but they happen. Happened to Toronto last night. Happened to Boston the other night. Games like these are tough as a fan to watch, but they happen to the best of teams. No sense in crying and throwing shit about it. But yes, thank you all for watching for Oilers After Dark. My name is Matt. Please come join us on Wednesday when the Edmonton Oilers take on the Detroit Red Wings. Thanks for watching. See you next time.